We still don't know how many people died from the virus in Wuhan. The Chinese regime is now silencing residents who've lost loved ones. According to a New York Times report, 7 Wuhan residents reached out to New York-based activist Yang Jianqing, asking for help to sue the regime. One woman said her mother died from the virus after being turned away from several hospitals. Another said her father-in-law died in quarantine. But after several weeks of planning, they suddenly went silent in late April. Yang said 2 of them had been threatened by police. According to Fox News, officials in Wuhan bribed families into silence, paying them around $420 for each relative lost to the virus and offering discounts for cremation and burial services. For many bereaved families, it's not enough. Wuhan resident Zhang Hai is calling for someone to be held accountable. His elderly father died in a Wuhan hospital due to complications from the virus, 3 days before Chinese authorities admitted human-to-human transmission. Mr. Zhang brought his father from another city to Wuhan to be treated for another disease. 1 week later, his father tested positive for the CCP virus. 2 weeks later, he died. For the past 3 months, Mr. Zhang's been raising funds on social media to set up a monument for victims. He's been harassed constantly by authorities. Zhang has noticed authorities are cracking down on discussions about compensation. If more than 5 people decide to take action together, they will be arrested. Another Wuhan resident, Mr. Lu, believes there's little chance families in China will be able to successfully sue the regime.
This is not a society based on rule of law. If you file a lawsuit against the authorities, it's unlikely you'll win. It's almost impossible.
He says anyone who asks the regime to recognize his human rights ends up with all channels blocked. He points out the regime will not give out any compensation.